Welcome back to the program, friend. President Obama, praising Planned Parenthood, had this to say.
I want to thank all of you for the remarkable work that you're doing day in, day out in providing quality health care to women all across America. You are somebody that women, young women, old women, women in between, count on for so many important services.
Well, what exactly are those services? Lila Rose and her team at Live Action, and I encourage you to go to their website, have done some incredible, groundbreaking, undercover work showing the counseling that comes from Planned Parenthood. And as I stated, they are a criminal syndicate. Listen as this man posing to be a pimp discusses with a Planned Parenthood employee, a manager, how to break the law and keep it a secret that he has foreign sex slaves that are 14 and 15 years old. It's hard to hear. Got to listen and read the transcript as it goes. Lane?
Now the thing is, okay, so some of them are like, some of them are young. They're kind of like, some are like 15, 14, and some of them don't speak any English, you know, because they're not even from here. So it's like, how can they come in here? Because they don't always feel comfortable coming into facilities.
One, minors are always accepted without parental consent.
Okay.
The only thing that you do have to be careful is, if they are a minor, we are obligated, if we hear any certain information, to kind of report. So the first thing with that is, what if they do speak English or even Spanish? It doesn't matter what they speak. It doesn't matter what they speak. If we're going to have it translated, they just have to be aware that they have to be careful with what, you know, I'm not kind of like leading in, I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
I know, it's fine. How would you recommend, like, because you want them to get the help, so
exactly.
what would you recommend?
Exactly, but so mainly, like, on the paperwork, there's going to be a point that asks, you know, like, are you sexually active, stuff like that. If they're under a certain age, we're kind of, you know, me and my other counselor, like, for the most part, we want as little information as possible. We want as little information as possible because we're not going to get involved in this shit. You know, excuse my word.
No, that's...
Once we get to the nurse practitioner, she's a little bit more anal, so she likes to kind of dig a little bit more.
There it is. And again, this is not odd. Film like this has been captured all over the country, on the phone and in person. This is what President Obama had to say, again, in praise of Planned Parenthood.
Somewhere there's a woman who's breathing easier today because of the support and counseling she got at her local Planned Parenthood health clinic.
Well, the truth is, there are pimps, there are pedophiles breathing easier. Not the girls that are their captives, not the girls that are being sexually exploited. They're not breathing easier, Mr. Obama. It's the pimps, the pedophiles, the criminals who are breathing easier. Listen to this or watch this footage where the Planned Parenthood employee specifically tells the pimp and the hooker that is there with him to lie.
How old is your partner? You know, that kind of stuff. So that's where, you know, so even if they lie, just say, oh, he's the same age as me, 15, you know, so like if they're 15, it's just like mainly 14 and under, we have to, doesn't matter. If their partner's the same age, younger, whatever, 14 and under, we have to report.
14 under. That includes being 14, right?
Yeah, okay. 14, you know, once they get to 15, then there's a little bit more playroom. So as long as they just lie and say, oh, he's 15, 16, you know, as long as they don't say 14, and as long as it's not too much of an age gap, then we just kind of like, then we just kind of play.
What if they do say they're 14? Can it?
Well, you know, then from there, it's just really watching what they say.
Could it be any clearer? They are instructing somebody who has 14 and 15-year-old girls as sex workers, foreigners. God only knows if they were kidnapped and brought here, or if they were tricked into coming here, promised one thing, you know, a job in a factory, and now they have a job as a prostitute. This is what's going on, friends. This is what Planned Parenthood is involved in. Play that clip, Lane, or Obama is praising them?
Because the women you serve know you and they trust you. And the reason for that is that you haven't let them down before.
President Obama, are you kidding? Haven't let them down? How many tens of thousands of young girls, 13, 14, 15 years old, tens of thousands who are the victim of statutory rape, of a man bringing them in pretending to be the father when he's in fact the abuser? How many pimps and sex workers have come in and the sex worker is a 14-year-old girl, maybe from another country, maybe from America? Planned Parenthood is letting women down every day. They are a criminal syndicate involved in covering up and facilitating the criminal acts against minors. I'm going to take a break. When we come back, more of the ludicrous from President Obama and what you and I must do.